This is Susan, and today we're going to be interviewing a model. To begin with, how long have you been modeling?
I started out modeling in 1996, 1997. Back then there weren't a lot of things to do, and so I mostly did, in the nude and, just kind of standing still. There wasn't a lot of motion or animation back then either, and, I took whatever jobs I could and did whatever I could do the best I really could.
I see. So how do you feel about your work?
Oh, modeling's not bad, actually, considering you got a creator and he, of course, wants you to do something, or it could be a she, too, I suppose. But in any case, you have to perform, and that's the whole thing about being a model, is all about performance. And, early on, I didn't move very well, and as you could see from some of the earlier work I did, it was pretty stilted. And, I'm getting better at it now. I can move a lot better, and I can even move my mouth, and, it's just a whole lot better nowadays, and I can really perform. So I really like modeling. It's really, really kind of fun because you actually get to say something and do something for some purpose, and that's refreshing to actually have a purpose. Modeling gives me that.
That's pretty good. So what is your existence like?
It all began with the silent years, the kind of time I didn't used to smile back then. For fear someone would see, I didn't have a tongue. I couldn't even blink, not that it mattered much in that low-res, Fong-shaded world. Everything seemed plastic or doughy. It was uncomfortable. It was, all my joints creaked. I mean, you could see the places where everything was attached and things. It was just really quite bad back then. But, I still enjoyed the work. Well, things have changed, and, I'm a lot more flexible now and can do a lot more things, so, of course, I'm doing a lot more, and I really kind of like that. It's really good to be busy and to have things to do, and I can really, show off some things now that I just really couldn't do before. I can smile, and I can, blink my eyes, man, I can just do all kinds of things that I just couldn't do before, but most important of all is, gee, I might even have something to say. And that is just incredible to me because, as a model, life has been kind of silent. And now that it's different, I'm kind of discovering that, if you don't have a brain, nothing much comes out. And
well, that's wonderful. Do you have a name?
No one's ever asked me that question before. Let me think about it. Well, I guess, probably it's either, oh my God, or oops, because that's what I always get called every time I'm asked to move or do something. It's always oops or something like that. So, oops is probably my name.
Wow. Okay, so do you have any favorite poses you've done?
Gee, over the years I've done so many. Let me think for a second here. Well, I remember once being a baby, talking to another child about the latest brain discovered, and that was kind of cool doing that. That was very neat. Ambiguity, though, that's my specialty. I really do that pretty well. I always can't quite tell if it's male or female. And let's see, what else did I? Oh, yeah. One time I was, shipwrecked giant aliens, in search of parts. That was just really cool. And, another time I was literally up to my chin trying to look hopeless. I did a pretty good job, I think, too. And, of course, being all broken up over some silly work issue. That was just astounding. And, disassembled in space over in someone's brain, that was just totally bizarre. And my favorite, of course, is the Serenity where, it's just life goes on.
Well, in conclusion then, Oops, I'd like to know, what do you see as far as your future is concerned?
Well, thank you. I've really enjoyed, doing the work I've done so far, and certainly the quality of my poses, shows and speaks for itself. Now, about the future. Well, that's kind of hard. It's, asking a model about the future is like asking a dog about what's going to be in tomorrow's newspaper. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's really not up to me. It's up to the creator, and the creator's got ideas, but it's really hard to say what if they're going to even involve me at this point. I mean, gee. But I do hope and expect that if there is a future, it will contain better versions of myself and better ideas about how to evoke emotion and to cause people to be able to feel something from these static images and things. So for me, the future is about resolution.